My friends, I hope you guys are doing well. It's December, so happy holidays to all of you. I'm wearing my super cool Hogwarts cardigan. Is it called a cardigan? I don't know. I don't know anything about fashion. But I got it at Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Anyway, I thought I'd wear it today. And I'm using some Christmas decks today. So we're going to be looking at you and your person. Right away, I want to say blue eyes could be symbolic because on the bottom of this deck, we have blue eyes staring at us. I'm also feeling a lot of heat. So that's either passion or phoenix energy. But we're going to use this beautiful, what is this deck called? Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle. So it's got a Christmas vibe to it. And then I'm going to use this deck. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to look at you and your person. I don't think this will be a very long reading. It feels like it's going to be a mini reading. Am I capable of doing that? I don't know. We're going to see. But let's get into it. I hope you guys are having a good December. This is also a timeless reading, so you might find this in the summer. If so, happy summer. Hello from the past. So let's get into it. So like I said, we're going to start with this deck. Look at the dust. I haven't used this deck in so long, but for some reason today I felt really called to it. Interesting. You could be an Empress energy. How interesting. I cut open to the card that represents the Empress, and it also represents shadow work. And if you look on the mantle, there's 4 candles, and she's giving major Empress vibes. Interesting. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. Very Empress energy. So you could be a divine feminine, not talking about gender. And I believe that when we transform our shadows, that's where our light comes from. It allows our light to shine. All right, so we're going to do you and them. So we're going to get a card for you, a card for them, and then a card to cardinals could be symbolic. Then we're going to get a card for your relationship. 3. There's a lot of Empress energy coming out. So maybe you are not chasing, you are attracting in someone here. Maybe you don't even know this person. As in, maybe it's someone new. I don't know. We have gratitude. 18. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So we had the card that to me represents the Empress. And then we had number 3, the Empress. And now we have 18, the Moon, Divine Feminine. All that I am and all that I'll be, forever in gratitude, I'll eternally be. Very Divine Feminine energy. Are you dealing with a runner? Are you dealing with a runner? All of a sudden my nose started running. All right. So let's get into it. Mistletoe is underneath. Interesting. 22. 333 on the timer. So let's see your energy first, and I'm going to confirm it with some tarot. All right. So we have ringing the bells 30. 3 again. So Divine Feminine. I almost said Divine Empress. Reindeer medicine. Journey into the depths of your soul. An awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. That is beautiful. So there's a very clear message coming out that you are focusing on yourself right now, focusing on shadow work, going within, and that you're learning or trying to live in the present moment. So being grateful for the present moment, being grateful for your journey. Interesting. I'm feeling a tightness in my chest. You could be working on your heart chakra. I'm fine, but I'm feeling this tightness in my chest all of a sudden. You could be having a difficult time living in the moment, but that's what this card is about. And we also have the Wise Man coming out, which was on the bottom when we started. If it wasn't for the familiar songs that echo through my spine, I would have lost what is lost and never found my purpose. So music could be very symbolic. You could also be going within to find out what your purpose is, what your soul purpose is, and journeying into the depths of your soul. That's beautiful. That's giving me, that moon energy. So doing shadow work, doing healing. Hang on. I had something on my lip, a bit of Kleenex. So going within, shadow work, maybe even trying to find out what your soul purpose is. Trying to live in the present moment. Music could be very symbolic. You could have a connection through music with this person. Maybe you're listening to a lot of music right now. Even like Christmas music could be symbolic. Especially it's hard at Christmas, especially if you're alone. I was actually hearing I'll Be Home for Christmas when I was setting up for this reading. I'll be home for Christmas, you can count on it. And again, Christmas is a hard time if you don't have anyone or you don't have any family or you're in separation, because all around you, on social media, on the television, in movies, in music, it's all about being together, right? All right, so let's see your person. Even if you are talking to this person, it feels like you're trying to focus on yourself right now, live in the present moment, not think too far ahead, which really is, I'm trying to think, oh, it just started raining. I'm trying to think of the saying about how today is a present or the present is a present. I don't know, you probably know that saying. On my arm, I'm feeling called to mention, I have a tattoo on my arm that says, learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. So that could be your current energy right now. So let's see your person's energy. And like I said, I'll confirm all this. We have snow, 33 again. What is with the threes? And light. Hope is but a word casting the unseen. Let there be light where light is but a dream. And it's 20, judgment energy. So it feels like whoever you're connected to is starting to see the light here, could be going through an awakening. How many candles are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16. Whoa, that's tower energy. Divine intervention. So it feels like there's been some sort of divine intervention and this person is awakening right now. There is beauty in the divine that settles on thy flesh, a magical enchantment. So it definitely feels like awakening energy here, or self-evaluation, judgment. So I just want to see what we need to know from these cards for you. Interesting. Well, I can't see the numbers very well. Snow. Everything looks brighter. Each flurry offers a chance to connect with the divine for wisdom and guidance. Healing properties of water. Water can be an overwhelming, chaotic, and massive force. Snow is soft, pure, and gently whispers, allowing its healing to settle lightly upon you rather than being overwhelmed by an enormous flood. And I'm getting quiet. You know how it's quiet when it snows outside? I love when it snows because it kind of muffles the sound of everything. So I feel like your person is sitting in silence or in quiet. There is something here about the fact that they're healing and that they're listening to their intuition right now, the whisper, the quietness of the snow, the healing properties. It also says there's no reason to rush. So right now your person, it's like there's a quiet unfolding, a quiet awakening happening with your person, and they're not rushing towards you, which may frustrate you, but you're trying to live in the present moment and not worry about tomorrow, right? Operating from a place of force is when mistakes happen. So they're not trying to rush in or run in. Remember, my nose started running. A runner will like rush right in, self-sabotage, and then run away. So whoever this is doesn't want to make a mistake, so they're not rushing and they're going through like a quiet awakening. Or worse, you can end up running over everything and everyone in your path, causing more obstacles, heartbreak, and disruptions. Be gentle as you move ahead and trust that all will be revealed in due time. I'm hearing ever after again. All shall be revealed in due course. That movie lives rent-free in my head, if you haven't noticed. And then we have 20. It's been such a long time. Oh my. Something positive. So an increase in energy. Right now your person is going through an increase in energy, and this one talks about in love, thinking about marriage, thinking about commitment. And think about that snow card. They're being called not to run towards you, not to rush towards you, because they could mess things up with you. And you know, I know in a sense of like wanting to control the outcome and being frustrated with how long it's taking, you would probably rather this person rush right in. But what if they come in before they're ready and they just end up self-sabotaging and you go back into separation, right? So this person is feeling more confident. That's good, because to take action, they need to be more confident. Pulling the light card is getting a big fat yes from the universe. You can expect a positive resolution. That's your person's energy. So healing and an awakening. And they're moving very slow, and it reminds me of the bear card in the animal deck that I love so much. Awakening from a spiritual slumber. And at first the bear moves very slowly. That's beautiful. So let's look at yours and see what message this has for you. Hang on, hang on. Okay, I gotta talk about this. November 11th, 8th could be symbolic. On the bottom, what is happening here? Okay, underneath this card, we have the hearth. Is that how you say it? 19, divine masculine energy. And look at the pictures. Both of those cards are about divine feminine energy, and I saw them when I was shuffling. How crazy is that? It's not crazy, it's magical. And it talks about take in the gazing flame. So you could be twin flames. But on the bottom we have telling stories. And this is about communication. This is about the stories they tell themselves, the stories they tell others. So this person, maybe they were talking about you. Maybe they were talking about you to other people and maybe putting their twist on it, or how can I put that? Like they could have been giving their side of the truth or their perception. But this card is about thinking about your words and the stories you tell and how you communicate. Are your words hurting others? So I feel like right now this person could be looking at their communication or the stories they tell others or the stories they tell themselves. Like maybe they tell themselves that they don't deserve you or that they could never change, or however that's resonating for you. Do you speak with kindness or do you hurt others with your words? Are the stories you tell full of low vibrational emotions like anger, jealousy, and sadness? Your words control more than you think. So this person is thinking about communication right now, but not rushing forward. I would guess that in the past, this person hurt you with communication because of the energy that I'm seeing here. Now let's get back to you. 28, reindeer medicine. Inner strength journeys, fighting for your dreams. That's you, my friend. I'm getting Wheel of Fortune energy. This is... What deck is that? I have a deck where the Wheel of Fortune is a reindeer with the wheel in its antlers. Reindeer are very magical. They face challenge after challenge, yet they prevail and even make friends along the way. Goals take work even with the cosmic forces behind you. You will still face challenges on your soul's path no matter how aligned you are with spirit. Reindeer medicine has come to your spread. I have chills. Reindeer medicine has come to your spread to tell you not to give up. The challenges you're facing now teach you how to be stronger and more resourceful and to find a way to face your fears rather than running from them. It's interesting because when I was starting to pull your cards, I said, are you dealing with a runner? Because my nose started running and it stopped running. So are you running from your dreams? Are you running from, like, let's say this is a twin flame connection. I'm not saying you're the runner, but what are you running from in your life? Are you running from healing? Are you running from your mission? Facing your fear? What are your fears? What are you running from? That's magic. Stay the course, for you are on the path towards success. You may not see it now, but you're so close to what you seek. You're so close. It's like, don't give up. You're almost there. The wheel is about to turn in your favor is what I'm hearing. And look at that moon. Look at the moon in this reindeer's antlers. And this is card 28, which equals 10, Wheel of Fortune energy. What deck is that from where the reindeer is holding the Wheel of Fortune? Interesting. I'm going to have to try and figure out what that deck is. But 2 and 8, 2, High Priestess energy. Light worker, your mission. Trusting your intuition. Inner strength, strength, 8. Trusting your intuition, trusting that you're going the right way. Facing your fears, having the strength and courage to face your fears. That is beautiful. It's all starting to make sense to me now. Wise men. Wise men. Wise men. Intellect and power. So clarity of mind to navigate your situation. So don't let emotions color your judgment. So maybe, because listen, I talked about how emotional, it can be a very emotional time around holidays, especially with all of the, I almost want to say conditioning and programming we get from social media and marketing and things like that, of people coming home at Christmas and people being together. It can make you feel quite lonely. Take control of your situation. Wise men. Pulling this card is also a sign that you are ready to step up and be the leader for others to follow. And I was thinking of Rudolph. I know this is... I'm so silly. I was thinking of Rudolph when I was looking at this and how, he felt like he wasn't as good as the other reindeers, but he turned out to be the hero because he guided all of them with his light. Anyway, I'm getting all excited for you. Wise men is 42. All right. So Emperor energy, having the strength, having that masculine energy to go after your dreams. High Priestess, being a light for others. Light worker, mission. I know it's on rerun over here, but come on now. Ooh. Okay. All right, so this is a sign to step up and be the leader for others to follow, not in a cult way. It also can represent someone in your life who has power and authority, which is making me think of divine masculine energy. This person may be a lawyer, mentor, financial advisor, or a teacher. If you do not have someone in your life who fits this description, you are being guided to find someone to call on for advice. Having a wise sage in your corner is always a good idea. So it's giving me Hierophant energy. So either you're meant to be a sage, you're meant to be Ocarina of Time, Zelda? Anyway, you're meant to be a leader for others, or you're meant to find a teacher or a mentor to learn from. Beautiful. Which I bet you some of you are learning from me. All right, so we're going to see the relationship now. That is so like mission. That is so mission. And I know that I don't know if you can make the connection, but looking at your person, I hope you can hear me. My phone's being wonky. So I don't know if you can see the connection here, but I can see it. Your person healing, awakening, thinking about communication and how maybe their words hurt or the stories they tell themselves or others. And you have, so no more running from healing, no more running from the light, no more running from their shadows. And then you have very similar energy where you're being called to not run from the things that maybe scare you, like stepping up and being a leader, sharing your voice with the world, your soul's mission. Again, music could be very symbolic. So let's see the connecting energy. You're being called to step into your masculine energy. I feel like you're very strong with your feminine energy. You're being called to step into your masculine energy with this wise man. So if you think about how mirroring works, if you're being called to step into your masculine energy, it's because your person is stepping or about to step into their masculine energy. Anyway, I like watching reality TV, and I was watching Amazing Race Canada, and there's this beautiful couple who's racing, and they call themselves they call themselves two spirits, or they resonate with being a two spirit. And when they explained what that meant, I was like, I understand. They explain that they resonate with having the spirit of masculine energy and the spirit of feminine energy. I just thought that was so awesome. Anyway, let's see what the energy of this connection is. Actually, hang on. I need to check one more thing before we move on. Acknowledgement, appreciation. Okay. So remember how I saw gratitude? I just want to talk about that for you. It can be challenging to find gratitude in times of distress, but those are the best times to lean into what you have to be thankful for. Gratitude is like an anchor holding you steady when the world around you spins out of control. So instead of thinking about everything that's out of control, everything you have to do, everything you're afraid of, what might happen tomorrow, what might never happen, living in the present moment, being thankful and grateful for the things you do have. I always say, well, I haven't said it in a while, but gratitude journaling, especially if you're feeling very negative about your life, rather than repeating and thinking about all the negative things in your life, start thinking about the positive things. When you're grateful for what's in your life, the universe sends you more to be grateful for. One time I talked about, like, imagine, and I have a character we can use. Imagine Veruca Salt, right? From Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I want a golden goose. I want it now. And it didn't matter what was given to her. It was never enough. So imagine being her parent, right? Imagine like the universe is your parent. And the universe gives you something and you don't show that gratitude for it, and you just complain because, well, I want that thing. I don't want this, I want that. And there's no gratitude there. Imagine like parenting Veruca Salt. Would that make you frustrated? Would it make you want to keep giving her golden geese and things like that? Do you know what I'm trying to get at? Whereas if she was grateful for it, oh my gosh, this golden goose, the golden egg, it's so beautiful, I'm so grateful. You'd be more inclined, because she's showing gratitude, to keep sending her that kind of stuff. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I hope that I'm making sense. So it's like I'm being triggered by trauma right now, but you know when we were kids and some of our parents would say, I'll give you something to complain about. It's like that. The more you complain, the more you focus on the negative, the more negative you will see, the more negative energy you will call in, because it's lower vibrational energy. Whereas if you show gratitude, even for the smallest of things, you start to notice more and more to be grateful for. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm grateful for this sweater. It's funny because I didn't want to buy it. My sister kept saying, you should try that on. You should try that on. And I'm allergic to like wool. And I thought it was going to be wool. And I was like, no, I'm not even going to try it on. And then she finally got me to try it on, and I fell in love with it. So I am grateful for this sweater, because I almost didn't get it. I'm grateful for sitting here with you. I'm grateful that I'm feeling better, because I was really sick for like 2 weeks. I'm grateful for all my friends here. I'm grateful. Look at me, Phoenix energy. For some of you, I might be hitting the nail on the head here. Is that the expression? I'm thankful that I have a spiritual brain and I'm not like muggles, you know? Anyway, anything you can show gratitude for. I'm grateful that my nails kind of match my cardigan. How cute is that? So just get a piece of paper and write down 10 things you're grateful for. Even if it's, I'm grateful that I have clean drinking water. I'm grateful that it's raining, because rain is cleansing, and all summer we were having a drought, and now all of a sudden it's raining all the time. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I saw that gratitude card for you. So again, if you focus on the negative, that's what you're going to see. But if you focus on the good things and try and, watch how magical your life gets. It's so weird, because I actually shared an Instagram post about that, about how if you want to see how magical your life can be, start being grateful for everything. Stop being frustrated. And I know that I'm probably triggering people when I'm like, don't be frustrated with that. Just turn it off. Like my mom used to tell me, why can't you just be happy, Kelly? Why can't you just be happy? As if I could snap my fingers and be happy. First, I needed to heal. So I'm not saying you can just snap your fingers, but like, let's say someone cuts you off in traffic. Just be like, all right, go ahead. You're clearly in a hurry. My pleasure. Go ahead. Instead of complaining about it and getting angry about it and frustrated. I can feel myself triggering people right now. That could be what this is about. It's Phoenix energy though. So maybe that's something you need to Phoenix out of. But showing gratitude, like showing gratitude for anything and everything in your life, as silly and as simple as it may be, right? I'm grateful for you. Hopefully that made sense. That was a really long explanation. When we were waiting in line in Florida, my daughter is really good at impersonations. And I see a little bit of little me in her, except she doesn't have the programming. So she is, like when I was little, I held back a little. But she doesn't have any of that programming, so she just feels free to be herself. And for like an hour in line, she was imitating Veruca Salt with the British accent. It was so funny. She also lost her voice. Why am I telling you all of this? She also lost her voice when we were there. And even though she's never seen Friends, I taught her the song that Phoebe sings in Friends when she's sick, the shoe song. So she was singing that and she sounded exactly like Phoebe. All right, anyway. So gratitude is like an anchor. Most of us are thankful for the big things in life, like a new car, money, or finding someone you love. But what about the small things, like a perfect cup of coffee in the morning or hearing your favorite song on the radio? Exactly. Thank you, universe. Like anytime something small happens, just thank you, universe. You can even be grateful for things that haven't happened to you, such as not getting the flu this year. I got it. There are so many ways to bring gratitude into your life, and the more you do, the more you will see your manifestations coming to pass. So you've pulled this card as a reminder to be thankful for your situation no matter what the circumstances. You may not understand why this is happening to you, but trust that it leads you towards a divine purpose. And I wish I had known that when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I was like, why is all this happening to me? Why is all this trauma happening to me? And now I know, and I'm grateful for it. Looking back, I'm grateful for the lessons. The name Colette could be symbolic. Mini reading my butt. Listen, the universe needs to feel appreciation. Just like you and me, the more you are grateful, even when you'd rather complain, the more the universe will respond in thanks to your acknowledgement. So even with this person, what are you grateful? What have you learned because of this person? I'm just calling out things. I'm not saying this would happen, but what have you learned from being rejected from this person? What have you learned from trying to love this person? What have you learned from their actions towards you? What have you learned from your actions towards them? What's the gift in it? Oh my goodness. All right. So, a card for this connection. A card for this connection. Frost. Flame. Ice cold melting in time. A frozen glance at what lies behind, what lies ahead, what lies within, and the chilling frost of thy undead. 16, Tower energy. That's pretty telling. Ice cold, melting in time. So right now things feel cold, things feel frozen, things feel stuck. But it's divine intervention. Glance at what lies behind. What lessons have you learned? This person thinking about communication or the stories they've told or the stories they tell themselves. What lies ahead? Hope for tomorrow. Remember I told you about my tattoo. What lies within? Self-evaluation, shadow work. What wounds lie within? You're both doing it. You could be thinking about what is your soul mission? What is your life purpose? We're all born magical. That is magical in itself. That's the connecting energy between you. So I mean cold, frozen, like a frozen lake. There's still water underneath. There's still life underneath. It's just frozen right now. I make myself laugh. It's a good thing I think I'm funny. Divination and signs. The name Lorraine, Rose, Juliet, Anderson, that's a synchronicity in itself. So divination, signs. So it's winter. Winter. The theme here for the state of the connection right now is winter, frozen. Think about hibernation. I talked about that bear in hibernation. And winter points to healing. There are subtle clues everywhere for those who are in tune with the universe, for those who speak the language of the universe. The signs you've been looking for are all around you. You are guided to have more awareness and to trust in your ability to read the signs. Everyone is capable of being guided by the inner spirit, but you block these capabilities when you doubt little pings of wisdom that occur. If you see a butterfly, believe it to be a sign, then it is. The same goes for colors or words you hear throughout the day. Don't discredit yourself by ignoring things that don't feel like a confirmation to you. They may seem silly to others, and that's okay. You're an illuminated soul and are guided by a force that transcends the lack of faith. And like, I'm sitting here all like, blah, blah, blah. Like, look at the synchronicities. I stopped caring. Silent night. Silence. Oh, now I'm hearing that song, I'll Be Home for Christmas again. The empty chair. Silent night. If by night the world should sleep, a sleep so deep the silence be deafening. There would sound nothing at all. At all nothing would sound. Very quiet between the two of you. I just got chills. I just got goosebumps. So cold and silent. Silent night? All right. I had no idea where that deck was going to go at first. I was like, can I use this deck for a love reading? I can. All right. So now I'm just going to get a few of these cards. I felt called to light cards too. Fresh start, new beginnings. What lies ahead? Fresh start, even if you can't see it right now. All right, so let's get a little bit of information about this connection. Timing, divine timing, patience. And you know what? There's so much life to be lived instead of waiting. It doesn't mean you have to give up. It doesn't mean you have to assume the worst. But there's so much life to live. There's so many things to do in this waiting. That's exercise. In this waiting time. We have sneaky. Ooh, so you could have been dealing with someone who had some toxic tendencies. Remember that communication card? Maybe there was a karmic. All right. Let's see what we need to hear about this connection. And if they're... You're funny, Spirit. Divine timing came out. Self-love. So again, there's so much to do in this period of silence and frozenness. It's about self-love. It's about knowing your worth. What lessons have you learned? You are enough. What was I going to say, though, before I did that? I can't remember what I was going to say. Hope, don't lose faith, stay positive. Don't let that low vibrational negative energy, it's never going to happen, I'm giving up hope, they're hopeless, they can get stuffed, I'll never find love. Throw it out the window. There's definitely distance between you here. Emotional distance, physical distance, but don't lose hope. Keeping a positive mindset. Healing. Judgment. Acknowledging difficult self-truths. Doing the inner work. That takes time. That doesn't happen overnight. Don't lose hope that this person is healing. Don't lose hope in your own healing journey. That's so what was coming out in both of your cards. And I know it can be frustrating not to be able to see what's happening and to know what's happening. But you are seeing signs and synchronicities. You are getting intuitive hits about this. Believe them. Who cares what anybody else thinks? They can get stuffed. I really need to show you guys my baby unicorn. I almost brought it out for this reading. I might still. We'll see. Whoa. Regret. So someone is sitting in regret for their past actions. That's why they're not rushing towards you. Again, it could have something to do with communication, toxicity, a karmic. They're in sadness for their past actions. And you may feel, your ego may be telling you that they don't even think about you. And just like it's hard to be alone at Christmas, I bet you it's hard for this person right now, seeing the same things, people together, people celebrating, all the the commercials and the stuff online, and not yet. It's not the right time. So they're not rushing towards you. It doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. All right, let's get a few more. One more. Keep going. Didn't I say keep going, don't stop, you're almost there? One of your cards said that. It was like you're closer than you think. Why does that sound like a credit card commercial? I think it is a credit card commercial. Your song, Signs Through Music, musician. So music, very symbolic. I forgot to charge my phone. Oh well. Fresh start. Confirmation. Keep going. You're closer to this fresh start than you know. I wish I could rewind it and see what your card said, because I know your card talked about this. To keep going. That there's something coming. A new beginning. Listen with your intuition. Trust your intuition. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Remember me saying that? Anybody who's telling you you're crazy or your intuition is BS, they're in low vibrational energy. They don't believe in the magic. Polar Express, they don't hear the bell. You get what I mean? Trust your intuition. There's a fresh start coming. Trust the songs you're hearing, the messages you're hearing in songs. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on it. That's symbolic. Tattoos could be symbolic. Maybe some of you have a music tattoo. I don't know why I'm saying that. Because my intuition told me so. And I trust my intuition more than I trust muggles. I don't know what's come over me. Two more? Two more. One, two. There is an offer coming. There is an offer coming. Look at that. An offer, a gift. It also says commitment. And remember, your person, one of the cards talked about they're thinking about marriage. They're thinking about commitment. A gift. Possibly around Christmas. True love, divine union could be the one. Don't give up. You're almost there. Don't let your ego take down your hope. Be a Care Bear. Oh my goodness. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. All right. Never give up hope. Oh, you can't see that. There is always hope. I got it tattooed. Think of, like, the quotes tattooed on me. I have learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow, tattooed on this shoulder. And then when I was told I might never have children, I was very upset because why am I telling you this? I felt like I was supposed to be a mom. And I was being told that it might be impossible. And I was like, no, I have hope. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I got that tattooed on my arm so that I could always see it and remind myself that there's always hope. It is from Lord of the Rings, and it has Lord of the Rings text on it because I'm cool. And then I got, why am I showing you all these? Tattoos could be symbolic. I have I am enough tattooed on my wrist because I needed that. I had so much programming that I was worthless and I was going to be a failure that I needed that reminder on my wrist. So anytime I didn't feel like I was enough, I looked at my wrist. I am enough. There is always hope. I'm like the Grinch's worst nightmare over here. All right, so it says over a month. So maybe it's been silent over a month or a year, maybe longer. It could be that this offer comes in over a month's time. Maybe this person has to go through a blue Christmas without you. All right. Get ready. Look, underneath, Spirit just told me to look underneath that timing card before I lost the bottom of the deck. Quality time spent together, over a month. So it's either been over a month to a year since you've spent quality time with them, or that's what's coming in. We have get ready. Prepare. Get ready, because here I come. Okay, so we have alluring, Empress energy, Queen of Wands energy. You're very magnetic right now. Forget what I said about this coming in over a month from now. We have weeks. This month, within weeks for timing. Ending up together. And guess what? Complaining, I'm sorry to say it, but complaining and having a negative mindset, that doesn't make you magnetic to attract in what you're manifesting. You know, just think about what I said about me having kids, okay? I know someone else who was told they'd never be able to have children, and their mindset, probably never be able to. And their mindset was, well, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. And it never happened for them. I was like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Anyway, and while I was waiting for divine timing, I looked into adoption. I took the adoption courses. So that negative energy attracts in more negative, where the positive energy, the hope, call yourself delusional. Who cares? Why is being delusional a bad thing? I've heard Delulu is the Salulu. Law of assumption. Assume it will happen, it will. That is magnetic. So you get your negative mindset out of here. This month, within weeks. Stability. Masculine energy. So what are you being called to step into your masculine energy about right now? It could be as simple as cleaning out your closet. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. After a break, communication and stability coming in this month, within weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens right around Christmas. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on it. So again, if you want to help this, positive thinking, call yourself delusional. Let's stop insulting ourselves by making it sound like a bad thing. Do you have any idea, like I'm just trying to get through to you. Do you have any idea how delusional I felt writing on a piece of paper my intentions for my future? And I wrote down, I'm going to be a YouTube reader and people are going to find my energy calming and I'm going to find my soul tribe and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and people are going to send me decks and blah, blah, blah. And I felt like I'm delusional right now. It's the Salulu. spontaneous, unplanned. Impulsive action, probably right around Christmas. Two more. Someone who's been silent with you, deep conversation. Someone who's been silent towards you, someone who's been not talking to you. Silent night. Impulsive action, deep conversation, reaching out. And think about it. Right now, they're going over their communication. Do my words hurt? Think about it. And be clear on your intention. Everything that I've been saying about like hope versus negativity, be clear on your intention. If you're sending out the message to the universe, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. That's what you're calling in. It will happen if you want it to. Look at the flame. The synchronicities with the little flames in this reading. I love it. It's very nice energy. It's high vibrational energy. I like it. Oh my gosh, the synchronicities. So I just hit record and a sound clip started playing of Elmo from Sesame Street. And he was like, and Elmo is tired, and Elmo is sick of waiting, or whatever he said. Anyway, it was like, whoa, the synchronicities, that could be you right now. You found this reading to, you know, instead of feeling like you're sick and tired of waiting and it'll never happen, think about what you can do in the meantime. Think about all the fun things you can do in the meantime. You can buy yourself a box of chocolates and eat it all to yourself and not share. You can pamper yourself. Instead of buying them a Christmas present, buy yourself a really nice Christmas present. Go for a walk in the snow if you live somewhere where there's snow. Embrace the silence. Think about all the things you can do. You can color. You can sleep. You can nap. All right, we're going to get tarot. My battery's dying because I've talked too much. We have the Queen of Swords. So maybe you put up boundaries here. It also, Queen of Swords talks about an honest conversation. Could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah, you could have had to put up boundaries. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is also persevering, okay? Not giving up. We have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, a breakthrough moment, clarity, an epiphany, communication, an honest conversation. So this person is feeling very anxious about talking to you right now, which is why they're not coming towards you. It makes sense with the energy they were in. Look at them working on the communication. Come on. There we go. It's really bothering me what deck that is with the Wheel of Fortune and the reindeer. Anyway, when I end this reading, you can just bet your butt that I'm going to be like this through all my tarot decks. Where is it? What deck is it? All right, so let's see your energy. Wouldn't be surprised if the Ten of Wands came out. You're closer than you think, is what I keep hearing. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Withdrawn. Healing. Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles, you could be... That's an interesting one. You could be holding back your energy, except for those who you work well with, work as a team with, like friends, coworkers. You could be working on some sort of collaboration as well. You could also be hoping to get on the same page as this person, but holding back your energy. Withdrawn. Four of Swords, withdrawn. Let's get another one for you. Oh, We have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, you know, there is something about this. You're not happy with the way things have played out. And especially around Christmas. But the Four of Cups also has a message. You don't see the love that's coming towards you here. You can't see it because you're so focused on these spilled cups or the negative. Remember, we talked about it. You could be working too much. Let's see your person. Whoa. We have the Page of Canes, so they could be watching you here. This is their energy. The Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, romantic feelings, thinking about revisiting a connection from the past. The Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. So this person is currently making adjustments. Look, it's like their wheel is half unstuck. So I like symbolism. So we have mountains, and I also like to teach. So we have mountains, they're in the background. So they've overcome some obstacles. They're still making adjustments. They're digging out that wheel. The wheel can't, remember, frozen. The wheel can't spin if it's frozen and stuck. Do you hear that rain? Cleansing, releasing, cleansing, healing. And rain melts. That card talked about rain melting puddles or melting ice. Magic. So their wheel is half unstuck here. Page of Canes. So they're learning. They are thinking about their communication. Getting more information. Wanting to learn more about their communication before they reach out. They could be watching you. We have the Empress. So they're working on their divine feminine energy and their divine masculine energy, I'm hearing. Huh? They have the Emperor and the Empress. So they are working on both energies. So divine feminine energy would be they're working on being more nurturing with their words, being more compassionate, being warmer. And this reminds me so much of the Hermit. So right now this is very important because your person has the Wheel of Fortune, divine feminine, divine masculine. So they're making adjustments when it comes to the two spirits. Remember I mentioned the two spirits, the both energies within us. And you don't see this, I don't think. Just like she can't see that cup that's glowing. Because maybe you're more focused on what's not happening. Or what's going on at work. Or the negative. Connecting energy. This person could have walked away from you. Did you send this person something? Do you know what? Before I started this reading, I was hearing left unread. So for some of you, in the past, you could have sent them something. Because look at this card. Focus. Let's see the connecting energy. And then I just want to jump right into how they feel. The Ten of Wands came out. Didn't I say? Ten of Wands. That's that keep going. Don't stop. You're almost there. You're both feeling overwhelmed. You could be both focusing on the negative here. Like this person is sitting in front of bills and receipts. But the Two of Gifts, Two of Pentacles. So this is trying to come into balance here. You could go back and forth between your head and your heart. The negative, the positive, your ego, the intuition. Everything we've talked about, feeling overwhelmed by the negative. This is like going back and forth. Like, am I delusional or am I actually intuitive? Will they come back or am I just imagining things? This person could be like, should I reach out or shouldn't I? That makes a whole lot of sense. So let's just go right to this person's feelings. How are they feeling about you? They're having a revelation about you. The Tower again. So they're having a revelation about you here. It's a positive one because it's coming out with 2 positive cards. The 10 of Swords just came out and flipped in reverse, and the Star in the upright. So how do they feel about you? You're their guiding light. They could watch you online, but they still have hope for this. They still have hope that you can put this connection back together. The 10 of Swords in reverse is about learning a lesson. So maybe you helped them, not made them, helped them realize a lesson about learning or some sort of lesson about healing. I meant to say healing. This is about reconciliation, wanting to put a connection back together, wanting to heal it. I bet you this person does wish they could come home for Christmas, I'm hearing. Aquarius energy, they haven't lost hope here. They're having a revelation. The Hanged Man, Eight of Swords. So it is like self-limiting beliefs. I don't think you're with this person. This person is waiting for the right time until they make foundational shifts, which makes sense with the Wheel of Fortune, before they come in. They're struggling with limiting beliefs right now. Overthinking. So whatever you have limited beliefs about, try and turn that frown upside down. How are they feeling about you? What is happening? We have the 8 of Gifts and the 8 of Cups in reverse. So the 8 of Cups in reverse, you could have been accepting less than you deserved with them. There could have been a negative pattern that they kept playing, repeating. But the 8 of Cups in reverse is also like a boomerang, right? So someone who walks away and realizes, wait a minute, I shouldn't have walked away, wanting to come back around. And the 8 of Pentacles, commitment. So this person feeling, for how they feel about you. The 3 of Candles. That's the 3 of Wands. So you can see this person knows what they want to do. They're holding that candle. Think about the connecting energy, the frozen candle, silent night. This person could even have gifts for you, I'm hearing, or feel like they should buy you gifts. But this is about wanting to come towards you. They're definitely thinking about you this holiday season. What are their intentions? One more. Their intentions. We have the Sun. The 2 of Cups. Engaging in an honest and Why am I pointing at you? I'm so sorry. Engaging in an honest and heartfelt conversation. Bringing clarity to this. Happily ever after. Fulfillment. Reunion. Around holiday time. What are they doing? Why are they shoving those wine glasses into each other's faces? Maybe they're going to do that like weird... The Sun, look, cheers. There's definitely something about happiness here. Remember, they have the Yes card. So they're being given a green light. It's just their fear is stopping them. High Priestess. I hear screaming outside. So High Priestess... I don't think this person, their intentions are to reveal something to you. I'm not hearing silent and guarded. With the Sun and the Two of Cups, the Two of Cups is about an open and honest conversation. Like, I don't feel like this person is coming in to guard themselves and hold back. This is more about bringing clarity to something that's been hidden or something that you haven't been able to see. Following their intuition, maybe revealing something. That they made a mistake, I'm hearing. Listen, underneath that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So this is someone who wants to, maybe they want to take it slow and steady, but that's also about commitment. And then we have the Magician, which is about communication. What action is this person going to take? Action is this person going to take? Oh my goodness. We have the Queen of Good Cheer. That's Queen of Cups. Deepening an already existing connection. Sudden communication. It comes in suddenly. Remember, that's spontaneous. So we have very positive cards here. We have the Six of Cups. So that is you hearing from them. We have the Queen of Cups, which is deepening an already existing connection. It's someone who's coming towards you. It might shock you because they're coming towards you with very feminine energy, like caring, compassionate, kind words. Remember that card about they're thinking about how does their communication hurt others? And I have to say, it's exactly what you're whatever. Mr. Grow! Psychic ability. I feel like whatever you think is going to happen is exactly what's going to manifest. But anyway, this is about someone coming towards you in a very nice energy. Six of Cups wanting to heal this. Maybe even wanting to reminisce about old times with you. Three of Cups underneath that. I only have 10% battery. Oh no. Let me see if Spirit will give me timing. I mean, we already got a timing card, so I don't want to push it. The timing card said this month, within weeks. Can we confirm the timing? I don't always ask about timing. The Magician. That doesn't make any, that doesn't tell me anything about timing. It's kind of like Spirit saying none of your business. And we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So once enough positive change has been made. Remember, positive outlook, very important here for your manifestation. Spirit's not giving me timing, except for that white card that we got. One more. I'll just, white truck, white car. One more. We'll just see if you'll tell me. It says 10 of Cups. I don't think it's going to take 10 months. But that's a good sign in itself, 10 of Cups. Maybe when both of you have reached emotional fulfillment. That's a really good sign, though. Spirit's saying it's none of my business. What is your advice? What can you focus on right now? What can you focus on right now? Six of Gifts. So focus on helping others. Six of Pentacles. Focus on energies that give back to you. Focus on, like, Six of Pentacles is reciprocal energy. And remember, one of your cards talked about gratitude. Like, you have to show the universe gratitude to receive. Like, do you know what I mean? Having reciprocal energy with the universe, focusing on connections and situations that reciprocate your energy, don't just take from it, because that's how you're telling the universe what you feel like you deserve, if that makes sense. The Moon. Trust your intuition. Focus on your shadow work. Focus on your divine feminine energy. Don't focus on the fear and uncertainty about what lies ahead. There's definitely something about you helping others. All right. I'm just going to look 1 month from now what the connecting energy is. I feel like I should almost get a different deck. 1 month from now, connecting energy. 8 of Candles. 8 of Wands. Communication back and forth. Lots of communication back and forth. Forward movement. Progress. Slow and steady. Knight of Pentacles. Both of you committing, being determined to create stability. So it could start off slow and steady, and then in a month time, there's like a lot of communication back and forth. Rapid change, rapid growth, 6 of Canes, 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. Reconnection, maybe going on a trip. That's positive. And what's really interesting is I grabbed the messages that I grabbed for you. I haven't grabbed these in a while. It's these ones. For how they feel about you, the star. You are my star who outshines all others. Okay. So just a few. I got these because these are really positive. No, not delusional. But these are beautiful cards. I wish that the person who made them still did tarot, but she does not. I think the negativity got to her. But they're beautiful cards, and it's interesting that I felt called to grab these. So what does this person want to say to you? I'm just looking at the balance of white and black cards. I just saw, I can see eternity in your eyes. I can't face you right now. The intensity between us scares me. Not yet, remember? I will do anything to bring you happiness. Give in for my touch, for my taste. Ooh, they're feeling sexy. Time. Give me more time. I am not good enough for you yet. Their wheel is still in the ice. You are my dream come true. I am shocked at your existence. These channeled messages are beautiful. I am electrified by you. I just saw Danny from Greece. Electrifying. It's Grease lightning. Your words keep ringing in my head. You are the answer to my whole life. All right, so we have how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This person had a fear of commitment. I wasn't ready for commitment with anyone. So we meet again, my dear friend, through space and across time. Facing my reflection was more than I could handle. So you trigger them to face their reflection. I want to follow you through all time and all universes. Where do we go from here? I bet you that's what they say when they come in. I didn't fall in love with you because I have always loved you and always will. I want to give you the world. My entire being and body is attracted to you. Soul connection. Can you handle all my scars? So this person does have wounding. You feel like the sweetest home I've never known. This person maybe never, like I felt that all my life. I was like, I used to say to my mom, why doesn't this feel like home? Anyway. All right. I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.